Baoni, como tu estás? What is good, my people? I know I've been away, but I am back now. And To make a long story short, I was not able to walk for about 3 weeks. I was in severe pain, crutches, boot on the foot, and all of that stuff. But I am much better now, and I was able to walk over to my desk and sit in my chair for the first time in 3 weeks. So very happy to be back here doing reactions. Just wanted to mention that if you guys didn't come over for my Dimash reaction, so you probably were not aware of what's been going on and why I've been away, but that's it in a nutshell. But today we're going to be picking up where we left off, getting back into the Ultimate Dimash Guide, which, if you guys don't know, is prepared by Lila C, and it'll be the first link in the description if you guys want to check it out yourself after watching my reaction. And this one is titled Studies, Teachers, Influences, and Producers. So interesting. We've learned so much about Dimash, man, and I've grown to really appreciate him for not just being somebody with like a good voice, right? But somebody that actually works hard to ensure that he sharpens the talent that he was born with, right? And not being somebody that just like sits on their laurels and just works off the back of being a naturally gifted person versus like somebody that's perfected their craft, right? And I always tell people this, right? That you can, if you're somebody that is, not naturally talented, you have to work hard, right? But if somebody has natural talent and they work hard, like, I'm sorry, man, like, you're gonna have a hard time competing with that person, man, because like hard work plus natural talent, it can't be beat. It can't be beat. But that's just my opinion, my people. But listen, if you want more reactions like this from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the notification bell. If any reaction question, let me know down in those comments below. Without further ado, let's get into this reaction, my people. Dale. Guide 3. Studies, teachers, influences, and producers. Okay, we got a closed caption issue here I gotta fix before we get further in. Okay, so we're going to be learning about influences in Dimash's career, and insofar as like his teachers, what has influenced him, producers, and learning about him signing with the record label, which I thought he was independent, if I remembering from what we learned in the guide. So that's interesting. But yeah, let's continue. Explaining why he chose the path of independent artist. So I'm assuming what that meant was like he was offered a deal, turned it down to go to be independent. Because I'm pretty sure, and it says it here, he went down the path of an independent artist. So he either signed with the label and then like left the label to go independent, or he rejected the label's offer and just went independent. I don't know which one it is, but we're gonna find out. It's just what this guy's about, learning. Chapter 1, Studies in Music. So it says here, an interviewer sometimes tries to fish up tips about any like possible like sexual exercises, and essentially asking a magician to reveal the secret to their trick, but they never do, because like that would ruin the whole bit, right? It would ruin the whole performance. And Dimash's voice is magical, right? So he's not going to reveal his secret. But an interesting, question, because like we know, right, watching the guide, part 1 and part 2 of the guide, that Dimash is not like somebody who, as I said, like rests on the laurels of his talent, right, of his natural innate born talent. Like he works very hard. So that question is interesting to be posed that way, because essentially saying that like he's not really working hard, he's just like using some type of cheat code to like arrive at his destination, which is not the case, because we know that. Yeah, basically, so it says here for those, because some of you guys asked me to actually read the text part, um, and I heard you guys, so I want to make sure I'm doing that for you. You guys have it like translated into your language, so I heard you. And so basically overlooking Dimash's background of intense lifetime education, which I said earlier, alluded to. So, Leela, it clocked that T right there. Leela clocked that T. Leela clocking T. So one of the times he was asked that question, he decided to respond in a humorous way, while keeping a straight face. So interesting.
Ты можешь спеть? Вот скажите, вот такой феноменальный голос. Вы что-то делаете? Может быть, какие-то секретные упражнения, там, задерживать дыхание? Есть что-то?
Да, там ничего особенного.
Родился как бы и все.
Вообще ничего особенного. Просто надо заниматься 20 лет музыкой. И с 5 лет надо ходить в музыкальную детскую школу.
So in 1999, he started taking piano and singing lessons at the Zhubanov Oktober Music College. I probably butchered that. My apologies.
Потом надо поступить в музыкальный колледж.
And in 2014, graduated in classical music with a specialization in voice bel canto. Interesting. Sorry, canto. Voice bel canto.
Потом надо поступить в консерваторию или в академию искусств.
So in 2018, graduated with a major in voice and contemporary music, jazz pop. So I'm assuming he went from high school to a college, like a liberal arts college. But it says academy there, but I'm assuming that they meant like a liberal arts college, maybe.
Потом надо поступить в магистратуру.
So he does his master's. So in 2020, Dimash defends his thesis for his master's degree in composition. Personality of traditional musical arts representatives. Due to the 2020 lockdown, because you can't say that word on YouTube, the exam was taken online. And Dimash received the highest grade of 100 points. That is mad, my people. For those that like don't know how like master's thesis works, essentially you have to defend your thesis, and to get a perfect score is extremely difficult. And I'm mind blown by that, because like not only is he a hard worker for the standpoint of like perfecting his craft, but like scholastically, he's also like brilliant, man. Like, wow, like what can he not do? Like, what can he not do?
Так там все легко просто.
5 жасыма дейін бала есебінде өмір сүрдім. 5 жастан бастап қазір 30 жасқа келдім. 25 жыл музыкадан дәріс алумен келе жатырмын. Биыл докторлық дәрежемді қорғаймын.
So from masters in 2020. So I think from the time frame he gave, I think 5 years passed. So he's doing defending his doctoral thesis. Okay. So he's not just an entertainer. He's a scholar as well. Wow. So giving away scholarships and directing. So Dimash became a recipient of the Bolashak scholarship. I think I butchered that. I'm sorry if I did. To study directing at the New York Film Academy branch in Los Angeles.
Лос-Анджелеске оқуға түсуге ұсыныс түсті. Енді режиссура мамандығы бойынша енді бір екі ойлы болып жүргем. Грант ұсынылды. Мына үлкен ағаларымызбен, бәрімен, қасымдағы бауырлармен ақылдасып отырып, келесі жылы арман қуып жүрген бір балаға сол грант бұйырсын деп, сондай шешімге келіп, осы әңгімеге тоқтап қойған болатынбыз.
That was actually very nice of him because like he really didn't need to the money from it because you know he has success, right? So he can use that money to go to the filmmaking school versus taking away the scholarship from somebody that probably really, as you said, like needed it and also wanted to go to LA for the film school. I know, and maybe I shouldn't say taking away from because he earned it, right? But he recognized that he didn't need it, even though he could have used it to go to LA. But he recognized that and gave it to somebody else that was in need. So 100% respect that decision. I think that's the way that it should be. Especially like if you don't need something, give it to somebody else that does. You know what I mean? Like it's just a be decent, like neighborly human thing to do, right? Versus like I don't want to say the rich. It's like giving rich people free stuff when they can buy whatever they need to buy, but not giving a person in need that same item. Like that's the kind of mentality that like I think is like backwards, in my opinion, of course. But again, he earned a scholarship, he can do whatever he wants with it, and he decided to do the noble thing. Again, noblesse oblige, in my opinion. Chapter 2, about teachers.
Лучиано Паваротти деген үлкен атақты опера әншісі әлемнің номер 1 дауысы бола тұрып, номер 1 теноры бола тұрып, өлгенше жасы 70-ке келгенше мұғаліммен дайындалған. Өйткені сырт жақтан құлақ керек. Адам, әнші өзін ешқашанда дұрыс естімейді. Ешқашанда дұрыс естімейді. Оған әрқашанда дауысы әдемі болып естиді. Вокалмен сол бала кезден шығармашылықты әбден тоқтатқанша дейін айналысу керек. Неге десеңіздер.
That's true.
Вокал бір-ақ рет дауысты қойып алып, одан кейін сол мұғалімге айналыспай кететіндей мамандық емес. Өмірдің соңына дейін, әншілік мансаптың соңына дейін айналысып тұру керек мұғаліммен. Немесе адам өзі жаттығу керек. Егер де құлағы жақсы еститін болса, кемшіліктерді.
His first vocal coach.
Есімде соны 99 немесе 2000 жылдары 4-5 жас шамасында мен Ахмет Жұбанов атындағы Ақтөбе музыкалық колледжінің жанынан құрылған балалар мектебі бар. Сол мектепке сол 4-5 жас шамасында ең алғашқы рет қазіргі таңда шетелдік мұғаліммен айналысып жүрмін вокалдан, бірақ ол кісінің алдында өйтіп қобалжамын, Марат ағаның алдында қобалжып бастадым да кәдімгідей. Білмеймін, ағайдың бір кәдімгідей мысы басады әлімге дейін. И я неимоверно благодарен своему педагогу за то, что он воспитал нас не как певца, а прежде всего он старался воспитать нас духовное качество, человеческие качества. Он всегда нам говорил, что твоя миссия не стать самым хорошим певцом. Даже если ты станешь отличным вокалистом, прежде всего ты должен оставаться человеком и хорошим.
Yep.
Вот. Я запомнил эти слова на всю жизнь. Я помню, что мой педагог особо старался не обращать внимания на мои победы на международных конкурсах и всегда ставил на место, типа, занимайся. Ты
Keeping his ego in check.
Біздің ағай, Марат ағай, ешқашанда баланы асыра сілтеп мақтамайтын ешқашанда. Байқаулардан келіп жүргеннен кейін ағай маған 4 қойып бастады экзамендерге. Бәріне 5, Димаш Кудайберген, у вас 4 дейді. Үндемеймін тағы да. Жарайды деймін, тағы бір экзамен болады, 4 қояды. Содан кейін әбден колледжде бітіргелі жатқан кезімізде менің мына құжатым бар ғой, зачетка, соны бермейтін маған ешқашанда. Содан кейін барып колледжді бітіргеннен кейін зачетканы алып қарасам, ол 4 қоймаған, 5 қоя берген. Сонда мен дейтін бірнеше жыл алдаған болып тұр. Бірақ соның арқасында мына шабыттануға деген кішкене бір рефлекс сияқты бір нәрсе қалып қойды деп ойлаймын. Сол себептен ағайымызға мынандай ерекше методикасымен бізді дәріптеп тәрбиелегендігі үшін шын жүректен рахмет айтамын.
Maestro, just 1 second. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to say greatest respect and a lot of thanks to my vocal coach who teach me, who met me like today's Dimash.
That, man, paying homage, being humble, man, he's such a good guy, man. But he's a good guy because the people around him were also good people, right? Being a teacher, you need to realize that not every student is the same, which is why some students got A's, or Dimash got B's, because like he realized that like what Dimash needed, right? He needed a goal to achieve, right? He needed a goal to make him better, right? Dimash seeing a B, the professor knew that like he wouldn't be discouraged by that. He would be motivated. So that's why he did that, and I think that's amazing. And like the fact that he preached being a good person first versus like using whatever talent you have that makes you great as a means to as a justification to be better than other people says a lot about the teacher's character. And like he instilled that in Dimash, which he's now like living that today, man. And I think that's just amazing. That's amazing. That's very important when you have young kids, whether they're preteens, teenagers, like they're very moldable, and like you have to be a good example early on, or you get kids that don't turn out like Dimash. You know what I mean? As adults, yeah, man, you gotta have the good people around you. It takes a village to raise a kid nowadays, but you gotta make sure the villagers in that village are good people, because like the people in your village will be shown in the reflection of the kid. Facts. An advanced singing technique, Messa the voce that requires sustaining a pitch while gradually making the voice louder, crescendo, and softer, diminuendo.
他不要给我换成2个位置，一定是。No。Yes。注意。
He is pulling back the curtain, revealing all of Dimash's secrets, man.
手扶在这儿 ，Go。 Very good. Yes. 但是这个喉结还应该再稳定一点。Go.
I'm learning something. I want to try with him, but y'all not ready for my singing.
Okay. Very, very, very good. Yeah.
It took him 2 tries and he got it, man, perfectly. That's crazy. Wow. Musical influences.
В первую очередь воспитывался на казахской музыке. Я горжусь тем, что у меня хоть и академическая вокальная школа, но меня обучал казах. И все равно есть какой-то момент, где проскальзывает именно моя казахская сторона в моем пении.
I think that's what makes his sound different and cool.
Я меломан,
Those
я
influences?
люблю любую музыку. Я могу послушать рэп, я могу послушать тяжелый рок, металл, и после этого начать слушать оперу.
I wanna hear like a metal Dimash song. That'd be pretty cool.
Думают, что я люблю слушать и петь только классические произведения. Но на самом деле я люблю и рэп, я люблю и рок, я люблю и джаз, соул, фанк, оперу и попсу. Вот. Из рэперов Eminem. Вы знаете, да, его, да? И, конечно же, наших казахских композиторов.
And I think that him liking Eminem is actually, it makes sense because Eminem is a very like technical type of rapper, right? Utilize a lot, different levels of technique, whether he's doing fast rapping, or double time, triple time, and he's also very an orthodox style rapper too. As certain, depending upon his era of rap, he's definitely an orthodox rhyme scheme and cadence. So definitely makes sense because of like his technique translates well into Dimash's world versus being a rapper that's like little bit lazy, like a mumble rapper. You know what I mean?
Оказалось, что Димаш, так же как и я, обожает американскую музыку и находит много общего между культурами.
Понимаете, в казахской музыке есть какие-то джазовые моменты, потому что у нас ритм часто встречается 6/8. И
синкопированная, может,
да,
синкопу.
Да. И казахи тоже любят петь очень свободно. Хотел сказать просто, что у нас тоже свободная форма есть, и там тоже свободная форма есть.
Вот если скажут, Димаш, вот пришел на американское телевидение, говорят, Димаш, а вот какая ваша самая любимая американская песня? Что вы поете не на сцене?
Конечно, это Майкл Джексон. Конечно же. Это богемская рапсодия и Фредди Меркьюри и все, что с ним связано. Конечно же, это Селин Дион.
Фрэнк Синатра?
Of course. Я очень обожаю творчество Дэвида Воссера.
I can understand the Celine Dion because of she's a ballad singer. Who are your music idols?
Майкл Джексон, Селин Дион, Лучано Паваротти, Андреа Бочелли. Булар бул жарамаймен.
You can kind of hear all of those artists he mentioned in his voice.
We just had this
Really, I dreamed about this moment from my child. Yes.
We do it again, okay?
Okay.
Again?
Yeah. It's a legend.
Placido Domingo. Granite Center. Well, so he's been an inspiration for Dimash since his childhood. When Domingo invited Dimash to judge an Italian competition, Virtuosos, well, they were spoken from both sides in their first meeting, leading to a wonderful and touching duet.
I want to discover you.
Really?
In Budapest, my dreams come true because all my life, from my childhood time, I had a dream to meet with Placido Domingo and to work with him together. And when I was 5 years old, I had a VHC with his concert.
So
Wow.
I come to music because of you.
Chapter 4, about producers and freedom. I need to create without pressure. Interesting.
Менің продюсерім жоқ. Және де менің өміршемен продюсерім болмайды ешқашанда. Қазіргі таңда болмайды.
Ол кісі қатты
So producer means, I guess, record label.
сыйлаймын мен. Қазақстандағы үздік
So I
продюсерлердің
give our respects to
бәрін де
Kazakh
жақсы
record
танимын,
labels.
жақсы сыйлаймын,
assuming.
жұмыстарын қатты бағалаймын. Бірақ дегенмен мен ешқашанда өз басым продюсермен жұмыс жасай алмас едім. Өйткені кішкене ғана кикілжің қасиеттерім бар.
Өйткені біреу осы әнді айт, мына киімді ки, осындай бағытпен жүр деп айтса, мен оны тыңдай алмайды екен. Жүректен шыққан қалауым қандай, сонымен ғана жүретін адаммын, сол себептен
That's fair. He only does what comes from
сөздің
his
шыны
heart.
керек,
And that's the way they should be.
көбісі тыңдағанды ұнатпаймын. Стараюсь сотрудничать с теми людьми, которые предлагают мне хорошие условия. Как творческий человек, я должен чувствовать абсолютную свободу, чтобы я сам принимал какие-то решения, которые будут касаться моего творчества.
That's
Для
what a
того, чтобы
true artist
расти, я
is.
должен попробовать творить, работать в этом направлении.
And I think that's what a true artist is, right? Somebody that just wants to paint, right? Just wants to create art. However, there are some people that need kind of that direction and guidance to sort of help point them in the right direction because they just want to do everything, right? But Dimash is very precise. He's very surgical, so he doesn't really need that oversight. Whereas another artist who, let's just say, is as talented as Dimash, but their brain works a little bit differently, and they're just like all over the place. Like they need that person to sort of like reel them in and sort of hold the reins and then like point them in the right direction, or a direction. Might not be the right direction, might be it's a direction, right? But Dimash is the opposite of that.
Ну да, уже, наверное, ни для кого не секрет, что у меня в разных странах есть разные продюсеры, компании, с кем я сотрудничаю, но у нас нету такого, чтобы кто-то там кому-то обязан, там эксклюзивные права, вот это все. У нас просто все чисто на дружбе, на доверии.
I'm my own boss. I hear that.
У нас некоторые почему-то думают, что у нас есть какие-то контрактные обязательства. У нас просто все на доверии. Вот пишем песни, я исполняю, я работаю с двумя лейблами, вот, в Китае, в Америке, но я, как говорится, сам себе хозяин, мои права никто не ущемляет.
А зачем нам оркестр? Мы можем вдвоем.
Да, вообще.
I managed to be on my own all these years. I didn't belong to any producer in the world.
Label.
I work at one partnership level with a label in China, and I made the music I wanted to make.
The way it should be.
Right now still working, right now still trying to do my best without any producers, without any labels. because of fans support. I think now I can work without any labels.
Oh, hold up. So Kanat Atibab Atbayev. Dimash's father has been so far the main producer of Dimash. Okay. So if you guys didn't know, if you guys are just skipping, if you guys skipped Guide 1 and 2, both Dimash's parents are in the music industry. But if you have not watched Guide 1 or 2, what's going on, people? Go back and watch Guide 1 and 2, and then come back here. So his dad runs his production company, which is pretty cool. All right, my people, that was guide number 3, man, and we learned again so much about Dimash, and the thing I really loved today was that he had opportunity to, take a scholarship that financially he really didn't need, but he gave it to somebody else, man. I think that just, again, really speaks to his character, and I like how he sort of redirected the interviewer's question about, like, essentially saying that, like, he uses a cheat code to be a great singer, but it's really his hard work, as we all know that. I love, like, his teacher, man, how he just instilled, like, morals and values into him at a young age that he still is carrying with him today. Again, very important. Again, if you have a child, it takes a village, of course, but make sure all those villagers that's helping raising your kid are good people, because again, your child will reflect their environment, right? Reflect the personalities that they see on a daily basis. So if your kid is doing something that is not, let's just say just not good, it's a reflection of his surroundings, his environment. I say their surroundings, their environment. And it could be a reflection of you as well. You know what I mean? As a parent. So again, no shade to anybody's parenting. What I'm just saying is that just keep an eye on who is around your child, because they will replicate and emulate what they see. Because kids are sponges, and not only the sponges, they're mirrors, for better or for worse. But he had a lot of good people around him, and that's it. And that's why he is the guy he is today. And I respect it, man. I respect it. My people, this was a long one. Thank you for hanging out with me for the last 30 minutes or so. I appreciate you. I'm very happy to be back, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.